What's going on, Big Blue Nation? The salt. Okay, please don't. As long as I'm not on Wi-Fi, we should be good here. Okay. What's up, Big Blue Nation? Sorry for the last second stream here. Just had to go live. Beautiful. Horse shit Wi-Fi. It's a beautiful afternoon here, guys. Kentucky just beat Arkansas. I believe 80. That's where the final is, like 88 to 70 something. We absolutely dominated from wire to wire. It was definitely a fight. Scrappiness all around the floor. And obviously this time of year, you never know. We might see him again in Nashville. But either way, just really proud of the Cats to not only win the game, but do it completely undermanned. Down 2 point guards. Sheway was dealing with foul trouble the whole game. Shout out to Antonio Reeves. Phenomenal performance from him. Can't say enough. I mean, the entire team from top to bottom really contributed today. Obviously, some guys battled and struggled a bit, but you know how hard that is for a guy like Ware, Thiero, Collins, that aren't playing meaningful minutes to go into that environment? Because I'll give it to Arkansas. That home environment is one of the most raucous, hard places to play. I think I heard someone say it's one of the hardest places to play in the country. I wouldn't go that far, but it's definitely top 10, I would say. Way more raucous than Rupp is most of the time. But hey, either way, great win. I'm not going to say I didn't think we could do it, but I was not feeling that good coming into this game. Did not expect to put up 80-some points like that, but just can't say enough good things about Kentucky. And we'll talk about what our plans are going forward for March Madness, but just wanted to go live for a bit to give our thoughts and just show how happy we are right now about it after beating Arkansas.
Yeah, great win, or real good win today by the Big Blue, man. Like Jake said, it's not an easy place to play ever. I mean, Kentucky on the road, it's always crazy, always raucous, and they've definitely gotten us a few times here lately. And this was a big win for us to solidify the tournament resume a little bit. Dug a little deep, which was nice to see our guys dig into that pride to show up today and play without a legitimate point guard. This team has got a lot of talent. They've got enough, just like most other teams, to not only win but make a little bit of a run in the SEC tournament and the next tournament if we're able to get in. It's been an up and down year, but I got to give it to them today. Very proud of Kentucky. I always love them. It gets tough at times, but they really dug deep. Proud of them. Good day, and looking forward to having some tournament action next week. So. Good job by the BBN and the Big Blue today. Go Big Blue.
Yeah, definitely a fantastic performance. Is there any way we can get Kenny online, or is he not able to call at all?
Let me see if I can get him on there.
But yeah, guys, big apologies for the season. I know doing our live streams for the games was definitely a consistent thing for about the last 3 seasons. And then just this year, once again, we're just struggling a little bit on just I just feel bad about the quality that we give you guys for live streams. And I see other channels now it's supposed to be done and how good it can be. I just feel bad having you guys watch just horrible quality at times with the picture and stuff like that. So I'd like to go back to that once we have better facilities and like just a better setup overall. I mean, I love the setup with this stuff in the background, but we are definitely going to keep doing or start doing that again. And I think we'll start doing the pregame before the March game, at least for the tournament, because we're definitely in that thing now. We're definitely in the NCAA March Madness tournament. So, so Joe Lunardi cannot. There's no playing game for us. We are in this thing. Worst case, at this point, I think worst season 8, maybe.
Well, we might, if we can win a couple games, we might get up higher to Jake.
We can work our way up.
Tell them it's a building block for next year.
Yeah, it's definitely a building block for next year because there was a point where you'll see in some. I'm not sure I'm going to upload it. Kalen, how's it going? But I will say that like this season, there's some videos that have been taken from like last second reactions and stuff to games, and there's been some things said that once again I've never given up on a season. Great Kentuckian, good to see you. I agree. I think that should be brought up. We'll talk about that in a whole segment here. The refs really do need to be investigated. And honestly, I don't think they need to be investigated. They're just that bad that they're just because they're inconsistent across the board. But those refs in particularly, I agree. We get them all the time, and I think we actually had them. If you go back to our Ole Miss vlog from last season, we had those same refs, and they're that bad. Like the end of that game, like at one point I'm like, okay, we won, and then I'm like, are we really gonna lose this thing in some ridiculous fashion? Like really? But I agree, the refs were an absolute joke, and I really hope for the conference tournament we have different refs run that thing, because the Frankenstein, this guy, I'm not sure what name we got to give this ref, but the one that's the head ref of this one. Maybe Zombie. I don't know what we want to call him, but he's terrible. For now, he's just the tool. But yeah, very bad officiating across the board. I'm just shocked that we not only won I knew we could win the game. We're Kentucky. We can win any game. But just being undermanned in this environment with Arkansas, and when it got chippy, like I thought they were going to come back and punch us hard. And Arkansas's a good basketball team. I mean, they're battling for their tournament lives right now, even though we're in. But we'll see what happens in Nashville. It's a chance for them to come back. Like I said, I will not be shocked if we play them again. Yeah, of course, not everything's going to go the way we want it to go. Not we won. If we'd have lost, everyone would have. Zombie 100%. So Kalen thinks Zombie. I agree. I think Zombie or the Zombie tool or something like that. You go either way. But like I said, I need to keep saying it because I'm not going to act like this is the last time I play in Arkansas. Because with the seeding and how it's going to go down, there's going to be a lot of teams underseeded in this tournament because there's so many teams with 9 losses, 10 losses. So we could easily see them again. But no matter what happens then, today is our day.
Jake, let's go to B-Dubs.
I was going to... Wait till Kenny. I was going to need some of Joel's.
Okay.
You want to go after with Kenny? Yeah.
No, that's fine.
You sure?
Yeah.
Because I want to go too.
I'll just slide my player of the game. I'll give it.
Pretty easy, right?
Player of the game, honestly, I'll give it to the whole team and staff for bouncing back and showing that heart off of a tough loss the other night to a decent Vandy team, but you shouldn't lose at home, especially on senior night. Don't love. But staying with a positive, the whole team, and I think I'd label the top 2, obviously Reeves with 30-some points.
35 something.
And I'm going to go with Toppin next. I mean, a lot of guys you could pick out, but Toppin definitely stepped up and showed his capabilities tonight.
Yeah, and someone that really shouldn't be is not the player of the game, but he did things that, and he obviously struggled a lot today. But someone you got to give a shout out to is Thiero, because I mean, once again, he did not play that very well. But think about it for his position. I think he either reclassed or something. He's a very underrated player, and he has not played. I mean, how much has he played this year up until this point? Probably nothing like that.
Frederick too. I mean, he didn't do
Frederick
much.
did okay in the first half, and he in spot minutes he was fine.
He just needed minutes.
But Thiero, though, to bring the ball to the floor as much as he did, that is not easy. I mean, I can hardly dribble to save my life. And I think that he's dribbling with guys fouling him. Because he was getting fouled every time he had the ball. Like, absolute shout out to him for doing that. Because guess what? If he couldn't have got the ball to the floor, we might have turned it over 1,000 times. So he did a good enough job to get the win on the road. So Kentucky locked up the number 3 seed in Nashville for next week. Meaning, I think that means we have not the late game, but possibly the game before the late game. I'm not sure exactly. But we'll figure that out. But honestly, it's a good problem to have to not know when we're playing. Travis Johnson said, I worked most of the game. Reeves was on fire today. Oh, I can't wait to watch the highlights for this. Because not only was he on fire, he was an absolute fire. But there's a point where he got in someone's face and was like nose to nose with somebody. And that can easily take you out of a game or get you to do something stupid. And not only did he responded off of that and hit like 4 straight free throws because of the 2 technicals. And I have to say that. Arkansas, we all have our bad players every now and then that make the program look very good, but you can't be complaining about calls that much. Like, and I would call it out if we had a player do that, I'd call it out. But you can't have guys doing that kind of stuff. It's a really bad example for the players. And hey, I'll even say Sheboy should not be throwing his elbow high. So I'm going to go both ways. But Arkansas has some very not class act people today.
Take that guy that lost. He's a good player.
Johnson. Yeah, exactly. And not only that, like, if you have guys like that, you need them to play. If they would have kept the Devontae Johnson or whatever his name was, or Devontae Davis, Devo Davis, if they'd have had him, who knows? Maybe they win this game today.
It's possible.
But guess what? He was not even on the court. He was in the locker room because he got ejected. And honestly, there should have been more technical fouls called.
It's ugly.
Thiero, though not a great point guard, definitely deserves credit for keeping his head up and dealing with the BS. Exactly, 100%. If he develops his handles and shooting next year, he'll be a great player off the bench. I agree. He's definitely a 2 to 3 year type player. I think 3 to 4. But in the world we live in now, 2 to 3 is like 3 to 4, honestly. But I agree, great Kentucky, and it's great to see you. And I've been seeing you on comments for the Kentucky highlights across YouTube. So even when we're not going live, we've never missed one game. and anything like that. We're still watching. It's just the live streams wasn't really a thing this year consistently.
We should do a pre-turning, like.
Yeah, we'll probably
live
we'll do a live feed maybe before the March. Definitely before we'll do one for the Selection Sunday show probably, but who knows? I think I want to go back to the pregame stuff outside, and my goal is to go post game after St. Peter's, but that was not a good chance to go live after that game because that was my goal to go live before and after, but that did not go according to plan, obviously. Let's see. Mountain Warriors, good to see you in here. But yeah, guys, just want to go live really quick. Kenny's at work right now. We tried to get him on the phone. Weren't able to get in touch with him today, but maybe we'll go live later. But I think we're gonna go live really, really soon because I'm feeling very happy right now. Very happy. Beautiful day. Should have started the stream to say good morning. Good morning, little brothers. But yeah, just very happy and might go get a Baconator tonight. But damn, of course that we win. We had other options to get the double bye if Tennessee had lost, and of course they lost. And I had no faith in the world that Missouri would lose this game. They still probably will win this game, but they're down 3 right now with 13 minutes to go, and they just missed a travel. We'll ignore that. But yeah, guys, just want to go live for a little bit, talk about the game. I can't wait. I'm going to watch this game 1,000 times, watch the highlights. But yeah, as you see in the thumbnail, this was not a great day for their coach. I'll tell you that right now. Hey, but he has Diet Coke, so at least he had that as a win today. Because guess what? When you act like crazy, the players can feed off of that. And when you have no control over your team, stuff can happen. So, just saying. And again, I always love, I'm never going to sit here and act like we are, or Kentucky fans in general, are a perfect class act, never complaining about stuff. People, because guess what? We're all people at the end of the day. We all have good moments and bad moments, and it's about learning from those moments and going forward. So it's never a good thing to go around acting like you're holier than thou, because we've all had weak moments and moments where we're not our best versions of ourselves. So I'm not going to sit here and say every single Arkansas fan's a clown, because guess what? There's a lot of good people that are Arkansas fans, but guess what? There's a lot of bad people too. But every fan base has good and bad. So people that go into comment sections and make little things in my opinion, it's okay if you just do it to get your thoughts out there, but to just, I don't know, call someone's integrity or act like you know who they are, it's just a very, very tiny thing to do. I'm not trying to say it kind here so the stream doesn't get taken down, but yeah, so there's some people out there that like to hide behind their keyboards or computer screens, and it's kind of pathetic, but like I said, you can go out, there's nothing wrong with making comments, and it's fun to go on there and argue about stuff, politely and stuff, but yeah. You guys know who you are. What? Yeah, Mountain Warriors a real good win today. Proud of the Cats. Definitely proud of the Cats today. I mean, they had way more composure than I had, because at 16 minutes we had a decent lead, and we're gonna blow this thing and have a chance to beat Arkansas. Not that I thought we couldn't win, but I mean, heck, we just lost. It's the life of a fan. You have no control over what's happening. You just want them to win. But very proud of the Cats. Not only to win the game, but to keep a 10-point lead as much as they did is shocking. Absolutely shocking. And like BK just said, literally Toppin hit some key threes when the game was getting put close to 4 or 5, and he was hitting contested threes and just, I don't know. He had a great baseline shot, and Toppin's free throws were actually pretty good. There was a point where I thought he turned the table by missing a 1-and-1, and they cut the lead to 5, and we could have went up 12, and I thought that was the turning point. But something happened. I think he hit a 3 actually to make up for that. So he responded obviously after that. Yeah, 1-and-1s are very, very hard to miss. But hey, Arkansas didn't shoot free throws well either. And people like to say you win because the people miss free throws, but that's kind of a game. I mean, when you miss free throws, you tend to lose most of those games. So that's every team. But yeah, very quiet though on the Arkansas front. Not seeing anybody in here right now. They flooded our comments after that loss last year. Hey, if you see anyone, let me know though. I'm looking at, not seeing anybody. They were waving Sheboy goodbye, and Sheboy had the last laugh. But Shoebay's got to be smarter though going forward though, because he's been doing this all year. If you guys recall, the Texas A&M game, he literally turned around and I'm not gonna say punched. He literally turned around and hit a guy in the face. And I don't know. If we were gonna do anything in March, we're gonna have to have Shoebay. Like, yeah, today was an outlier. We were able to survive without him, but he's got to be smarter and not make like the last foul today. There's no reason he should even be near a guy, especially in a zone. You can't fault the guy for playing hard. I get it. It's not easy. But if we're going to make a run, Shoebay's got to be smarter and definitely not make like plays like that. He's done that a lot where if you're going to hit a guy, like, you know, within a motion of a basketball play, you cannot go like this. Because guess what? I didn't want it to happen, but I thought they were going to give him an F2. Because, I don't know, you can't do that motion to the head or neck area. So he's got to be better about doing that because it's just been a trend this year where he commits fouls that should not be getting committed. But again, it's a physical game. He's a physical guy, and I mean, I love the guy. But just if we want to see us be the best we can be, we got to keep our whole team out there. Let's see, though. Oscar continues to be doing his job with rebounds, or if he and the team continue to play consistently, he'll be able to either be the 7th or 6th all-time rebounds. Okay. I know he surpassed somebody, and the next person was high up there. So if he was able to come back, let's see. Great Kentucky, if you're still in here, if he comes back next year, it's pretty realistic. Like, how high could he, if he has a season like this again, how high could he climb the ladder if he came back for another season? I mean, it seems like he could crack the top, maybe top 5. Right now, he's at 8th. It wasn't he was a decent amount away from the next 2. I mean, hey, another season of this kind of rebounding, who knows? He could climb as high as he wants, but all he needs is around 300 rebounds. Oh, damn. Then, that would be easy. I mean, for his standards, right? That's crazy. Just get a solid 100 more in this season. Hey, that's why we make runs in these tournaments here that could really set him up for next year. Once again, I don't have any inside knowledge of him coming back. We were just talking with a Kentucky UK Reactions contributor and Mick, who you've seen on this channel a couple times. He's probably going to be. There's a few guys. I think Wheeler's the only guy who could not come back next year. I can't confirm that, but I think that's what I was told. But everybody else could come back for another season, even if they're seniors now. Now, they're not all going to come back. We have a big class coming in. But that's a whole different video and a whole different live stream for who comes back, who wants to come back, and all that stuff. But I would welcomely bring back anybody back, because I know there's players that we may complain about more often, but I mean, I care about all the guys, and I think they could all help out with the team next year. So, especially Reeves had a phenomenal game. Shout out to Antonio Reeves. We've not said his name enough. He really struggled a bit in the last game, but again, it wasn't his fault. He was trying his best, and he hit some good shots too in that game. But just a great response off not a great performance from him last game into a just phenomenal, almost Malik Monk-like performance today. And if we would have gotten the ball late there for some free throws, he could have cracked 40. I kept seeing Reeves the ball. Now I understand they were probably guarding him hard, but they should have gotten the ball a couple times. Just hit a few free throws to get him to 40. But you know what? Now I'm just like complaining about Reeves not hitting 40 when I just wanted to win the game. So you gotta remember where our standards here. Our expectations. So next season he'll be at the top. That's true. Good point, Great Kentuckian. And then Karen Martin says, "Nice job, Cats. Mountain Warriors blue." Trying to start a blue-white chant in the chat. But yeah, guys, just want to go live for a little bit. Hope everyone stayed safe with the weather around the area here, Kentucky, Ohio area, with some crazy winds. The last couple of days. I hope everyone stayed safe with the tornadoes as well. A couple of tornadoes one hit decently close to here. But yeah, guys, phenomenal performance. I can't be happier and just feeling a lot better heading into Nashville next week. And you know what? Regardless of who we're playing, who we're at, I think our greatest opponent is ourselves, like it is most seasons. So let's just go off this win here. Be happy that we have a double bye. We're not playing until Friday now. So we can enjoy Thursday basketball and even Wednesday too. and just hope that we do a decent run there. I'm pretty sure a 3 seed plays at 7. I think they're the first game of the nightcap. Let me know, guys, if anyone here knows. We won't know the schedule till later on, but I'm pretty sure because I remember seeing the 4 seed play the late game because they're the bottom. So I think it is the 7 o'clock game. Either way, we'll figure it out. Kenny Martin said, great win. Did the Arkansas coach take his shirt off this time? He did not. He was having an absolute headache most of the game, which I can't blame him. I had a headache too. If I had that going on. There was a lot of misfeed. There's a lot of self-inflicted injuries. But, and also, guys, I did this live stream on an injured ankle. And it was definitely a roll. I had to get a brace for it, and it was a real thing. It was not. We'll put the doctor's report after the game. Great Kentucky for the seniors to come back and get better. They would need CJ on his shooting, reusing consistency, topping on 3-point shooting, severe on ball control, and shooting on Oscar post work. Exactly. All the seniors have stuff to improve on and grow on. And I'm telling you, there's certain people that don't like some of these players, not as people, but just as players on the team. And I'm of the opinion. Obviously, I see people and I view them in their greatest abilities, and I think they could all be. I mean, they're all phenomenal players now. So it would be an absolute blessing to get any of them back next year to mix with this historic freshman class. Just from the numbers alone, I've not seen enough to speak on myself on them, but I'm hearing a lot of great things, which I've heard that before. So I'm going to tamper my expectations a little bit. But seriously, to bring back any of these seniors or players from this season to next year and just mix up this team, I love that 2014-15 season where we had just a huge team, stacked, had like 12 legit players. If we could have that kind of look next year, I'm telling you. I mean, I don't want to look too far ahead, but it would be exciting. I'll tell you that right now. Kind of wish we had the Bahamas this coming season, but maybe at some point they'll switch that to where they can just do that every year. I don't know why they don't do it anyway. Seems like a easy choice to me. The kids will love it, and I feel like it'll be a win for everybody. The fans, the team, alike, everyone. Not sure why they only do that every 4 years. There must be something behind the scenes I don't know about with that. But either way, great win for the Cats today, guys. We got watching the Missouri Ole Miss game, but turn it away before they copyright me. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate you stopping in. Just a quick live stream. We're going to go live again either later tonight or very, very soon just to talk more about the game. I want to get Kenny on the stream with us. Actually, we might go live again tonight. So stay tuned for that. It might be the same thumbnail again, just say part 2, because this is a great day to be a Wildcat. And just shout out to the Big Blue Nation for representing and staying true to this team and knowing that, guess what, even under man, we're going to have to beat anybody. And obviously, I hope we can get Wallace back. The fact that he didn't have a boot on was a good sign. Hopefully, Wheeler can come back. He'll be an important player for us. And hopefully, Frederick continues to get healthier, too, because he didn't play much in the second half, at least at a certain point. But shout out to him to keep playing. It's hard when things are going wrong. And you just got to keep staying the course and just trying your best. And that's all you can do. So keep playing hard, guys. And until we can do a national next week, we'll see you guys later on. I appreciate you stopping in. So again, I might set it to where you can see the thumbnail, but I'm going to say about, who knows, maybe like between 9 and 10 live streams tonight just to get Kenny on. We can talk more about the game. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you guys later tonight. And yeah, almost forgot the outro. Thanks for watching, guys. Go Big Blue, and we'll talk later on. Go Cats! And once again, just in case you didn't know, Kentucky just beat Arkansas on the road to end the season. Go Big Blue.